the next step is to actually make a list of the assets you need to replace them. For this next week, you don't have to do all of them, but I do recommend doing the hero and a couple enemies. By that I mean to generate replacement art for the hero and a few of the enemies and maybe some of the other objects, like the bullet or the missile that he shoots, maybe even the explosion. They don't have to be animated, like I said, but we just want to get some things in place. So let's make a list of what's in here. In this game, it's pretty easy to find that out. So you could look at animations, but if you look there, you'll just see it's a bunch of stuff, and you don't know what any of this is. It's like, here's the death, and here's the clouds. And these are actually attached to models that are somewhere else. So let's find that. So we'll go back to assets, and in a game like this, in a 2D game, we're going to have sprites. In a 3D game, it might say models or assets even, or objects. But I'm going to go in the sprites folder, and in here we have character, environment, effects, props, and interface. So UI means user interface. So under character, we can see, oh yeah, look, here's the enemy 1 and enemy dead. And if we want to see what that list looks like, we can zoom this out a little bit. Zoom it in a little bit, and see, like, here's character, enemy, ship, and then character, enemy, ship damaged. And then we have character, enemy, dead. So there's the alien, the 3 states of the alien: good, damaged, and dead. So I could make all 3 of those, or I could just make one of them for now. Same thing here with the alien slug, and then the alien slug dead. And you can see the scale's a little different. You see how the eye and the little eyebrow here are separate. That's how the animation will actually use these pieces to animate those extra parts. This is called a sprite sheet. And the same thing here with the hero. You can see the sprite sheet. Here's all the little parts that are assembled using the animation. So we'll call this good for now. I can replace an alien, the slug alien, the ship alien, the slug alien, and the hero. If you want to replace something else, you can look at environment. Here's clouds and platform, and these are things that are actually glued in there. So these things don't move in this particular version of the game. Effects, so we have our explosion. There's our animated explosion, and we'll play through those, and the smoke puffs, and a splash if you fall on the bottom down there. And then props, and you get the idea. So feel free to do a handful of these. I recommend 5 at least. And if you're going to do a something kind of elaborate, save that for a couple weeks. Like, don't get too hung up in the perfection of the art right now. Just try to get some designs going for these things. So props and characters are probably your best bets to get started on. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.